You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Voice fucked though, I had to cuss a motherfucker out of there. Yeah, I said, top of the morning to you, motherfucker. 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 Yeah. In the morning, when you're yawning, your breath stinking and yawning, left the clock on the Friday spot. Yeah, you wanna hear my show? Yeah, you in the bed with a hoe? Yeah, and y'all both doing blow. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Willie Hyn Dumbass Radio Show. It's a special show.
It's a special show.
It's a special show.
It's a special show.
It's a special show.
It's a special show.
It's Sonya Williams' birthday.
Very awesome.
God damn it. Sonya Williams.
I mean, can we go back there?
Hey, Sonya Blaze.
Sonya Blaze.
Sonya Sugar Mama, the buttercream dream.
She done made us some drinks and shit.
Well, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot.
Let's do the shot.
Let's celebrate.
Yeah,
Let's take a shot to celebrate all the good shit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Hood Soul Day is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not have your tickets to Hood Soul Day, get your tickets. It's going down
Tomorrow, 420.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. We did a thing.
Pretend like mine in there.
Blink.
Yeah.
But then also mix that with this. Take a little
So
shot
what
of
we're
that.
drinking?
Ooh, shit.
Shit, everybody say the same thing.
This is so
What we're
tasty.
drinking
It's good.
is
Yes.
Some black shit.
Bombay.
I crafted that.
And the owner of Bombay vodka. I had to remember what it was.
Black and brown together?
Yes.
I'm going to be nothing but vodka. I'm ready to fight.
We're gonna be fucked
The
up
owner of
by the end of this
Bombay
episode.
vodka is pulling up today on, you know what I'm saying, on our episode. You know what I'm saying? We're going to interview, you know, we're going to talk, you know what I'm saying? We're going to find out. Because I remember back in the days when Bombay was pulling up to one of the first real events in the city, for, you know what I'm saying, for all the indie artists.
I keep it classic.
Yeah, I keep it classy at a little spot called The Bench.
The bench ATL.
And he used to be out there just, you know, just giving them drinks away outside. And then next thing we know, this nigga got his own vodka in over 125 stores.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Beautiful.
In 11 states.
Wow.
Like, so he pulling up today. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk to him.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he pulling up right now. You
Well,
know
get
what I'm
here,
saying?
sir. We miss you.
We're gonna talk to him, and then we also gonna interview. Now we you know, Sonya Williams is our lovely co-host. You know, but we gonna interview Sonya because it's all about Sonya today. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
all about me. It's all about me.
Hey,
Forget about you.
Hey,
What you gonna do?
hey.
Are you gonna give it up? Give it up.
Hey.
Okay, Mr. Bombay.
I didn't know that song. I
Mr.
apologize.
Bombay, what up, man? What's going on, man?
We have another chair.
Salute, sir.
We got another chair.
Oh, man. And he come in looking all regal.
We just come on in for the. Yeah, we just gonna go on and talk to you, man.
See somebody give me that chair right there.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We have Been rocking since December 31st.
Wow.
I think our first episode was on New Year's Eve.
Was it really?
Or the day before New Year's Eve.
Oh,
It was something like that.
That's a blessing.
Man.
Look, and you know what? It's getting more and more fun.
It is.
And obviously, me and you are the only ones engaged right now. We're having the time of our life together. But yeah, it's getting more and more fun.
It is, man. It is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the team. Shout out to all the co-hosts. We ain't even introduced the co-hosts, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got Sonya Williams, and then we also have with us today
Valerie. Hello, everybody.
Hey! And then we also have none other than
Douglas Whatley of the Whatleys, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, we just gonna kick it straight to the interview shit. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be like, damn, I thought that nigga was gonna. Nope. We're gonna do something a little different today because, yes, you know what I'm saying? It's a special episode.
Well, the vodka's kicking in, guys.
It worked.
All right.
And we're honored to have with us today, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all make some noise. Show your love for Mr. Bobby. Man, we were just telling everybody, you know, like I remember back in the days, man, I keep it classic days, and we was out there, man, at the bench, and that's the first time we all met you. You was like that prominent figure everybody knew was gonna be at the bench. We knew you was gonna always be there, and then we turn around, and nigga, you got real deal bottles and real deal stores. Like, tell us the journey, man, going from that point to where it is now, man.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. First and foremost.
Yes,
but yeah, y'all seen it in the beginning of that journey, that ride that I took, where I just had no clue what I was doing, but I was just doing it because people liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, till I figure it out, let me at least stay consistent. So that's what I did. Like, I think the first time I went, I had a jug. Then a couple weeks later, I started having little bottles for people to take for themselves.
I remember them bottles.
Yeah.
So it just started, you know what I mean? Like, literally, I just stepped on the path and just was going. Like, and it says it on the bottle. Like, I used to make it for parties, kickbacks, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And my friends used to be like, bring that bomb ass lemonade over. So that's where the name just kind of.
Oh, wow.
So speaking of the name, me and Will had a debate about this last week. For some reason, we remember the name being Bominade.
It was.
It was Bominade. Okay, I knew we wasn't tripping.
I knew we wasn't tripping.
Okay.
It was.
So it went from bomb ass lemonade to Bominade to Bominade.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. Actually, it's a story behind the Bominade. I'll tell y'all off air or whatever.
My grandma would love to know.
Yeah, man. I remember back in them days, man, and like we used to literally look forward to pulling up to the shows, man, and drinking that shit.
Yeah, that was a vibe in Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
If you knew, you knew. Like
Yeah.
that was an Atlanta vibe right there every Wednesday. Like,
So how long have you been in Atlanta? Because I mean, I know you. I can hear it in the accent. You ain't from here, right?
No.
So how long have
Harlem,
you been in
born
Atlanta?
and raised, but I've been in Atlanta since college. So
What college did you go to?
Georgia State.
Okay.
Hey, all right, shout out to Georgia
Yeah.
State.
Right now.
All right, you know what I'm saying? About time.
But
Are you wearing Timberlands right now?
He really is.
Literally.
He really is.
literally
Just
got
proves my point,
distractions. Literally. But yeah, Georgia State, hung out at the AU every day though. So it was I just love the A. So that's what the product is, a manifestation of the mid-90s to now of my life in Atlanta, like that. What I call the old Atlanta. Like,
Yes.
So-
Old
Talking
Atlanta.
about the old Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask? I'm sorry, I got 100 questions.
We still have so many
Yeah.
questions.
Yes.
All right.
Can I ask you a question about the culture of Atlanta?
Okay.
Since you've been here for so long, and I'm assuming you're about 3 or 4 years younger than me, since you've been here for quite a while,
All right.
how have you seen the culture of Atlanta change? What do you miss about that old Atlanta that the new Atlanta just doesn't give us anymore?
Brittany.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get that on Edgewood any night.
It was just used to be a vibe. Like, you used to be able to just be in the city without like having your head on the swivel. Now you got to have your head on the swivel. It was way less violent back then, way more fun, way less pretentious, like way less Black Hollywoodish. It was more dance floors and clubs and like people played the bars instead of like now. If you all that, but now you got to have a section to be doing something. It's just like
and don't be doing nothing in the section.
Yeah, yeah, you in the section, but in your phone, it's just like it ain't. Parties are not parties. Like
I remember old Atlanta, we used to be able to ride down Peachtree into Buckhead, get out the car and have a party in the street. I know y'all remember that shit with no problems. Like cops would not stop us. We had a good fucking time.
It would literally be traffic from Buckhead
down to
Midtown, like down to Midtown. It would be like to Fox Theater to Buckhead, just traffic. And you didn't mind being in it. You didn't mind being in it. Yep, absolutely.
It was always a party.
Absolutely, I love it. That's why I never left. Actually, I love it. I love it. I love this city.
I same. I think when I got here, I got addicted to this city. I've been in a lot of places. I didn't see as many Black people anywhere else. And I didn't see as many successful Black people. And I didn't see opportunities to make money doing whatever the heck I could think of.
Yep.
And you are the poster child of that. So tell us more about how that journey transformed to the back of a truck, back of a car, to the bar. How did you make that step forward into actually selling this into stores?
Wow. Okay. Good question.
That's what I'm getting at. You better interview.
You have to the car to the bar.
Yes. That's a whole tagline right there.
That's your Tubi movie.
Not the Tubi.
You ain't gotta write a script. We'll just show up and start shooting.
Okay. That's a fact. I tell people you have to fail forward. So like. In the time, I'm telling people what I'm gonna do, but in the reality, I had no idea. So trial and error. I would just try stuff, fail, or I try stuff and win. So like at the end of the day, you got to keep trying. And if it falls through, you a genius. If it don't, you a dumbass. But either way, you got to keep doing it and just be consistent in that. So. After I Keep It Classic days, I was throwing parties from like Atlanta to Middle Georgia to even South Georgia, where I was making Bombinade at the time, the feature of the party. So, I mean, I guess you pay to get in the club or whatever 4 walls I managed to rent and be able to promote. You pay to get in, but all night long you're drinking my product. So it became a thing and it developed a cult following. So one thing started leading to another. Then I got into a position where I just started contacting distilleries. Hey, can y'all help me? Can y'all help me? And like everybody said no. But what I tell people is you only need one yes. So I went from Florida, got like 1 or 2 maybes in Florida, went to Kentucky, got all no's out of Kentucky. Then I called the distillery in Tennessee, which is my partner to this day. And he actually said no at first.
Shout him out anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Kelso, Tennessee, Pritchard's Distillery.
Yeah, the story's on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. So he gave me a chance. Like the first year he was like, I don't know. I kept calling him till finally he was just like, just come on down. Let me see what you're working with. So I showed him, and the rest is actually history.
So question, before you got with a distillery, because a lot of people don't know the process of distilling and things like that. Were you actually homemaking your vodka before you was able to get with a distillery?
Like you had potatoes at the house? Drying out in a
grapes and shit?
No, I was buying the vodka from the store.
Got you.
I was buying it from the store.
That's what you gotta do sometimes. Till you get there. And that's even more kudos to you because you was able to take that from a retail purchase to actually distilling your own vodka.
Well, see, that's the part of it because it was a lemonade with the vodka infused. That's why it was more of a like you could just throw it back because it was kind of like a mixed drink. So what they call today a RTD or whatever, ready to drink
cocktail.
So when I got with Pritchard's, we kind of reverse engineered the process. Got in the lab. I started learning about spirits and like how to actually drink spirits. So once I did that, lemonade has always been my favorite drink, and like that was gonna be my call to because that's where I had built the brand off of anyway. So instead of it, long story short, instead of it being a lemonade with vodka infused, now it's a vodka with the lemonade infused.
Exactly.
So,
and I want all of us to take a good shot of that vodka because when I had my first shot, I was like, oh, this is clean. With a good little sweet and a little lemon finish. It's not like that thick, syrupy, extra sweet shit that you just can't stomach. Like, it's like taking a shot.
See, I'm not a drinker at the time. I was more of a smoker. So, like, I had my things about alcohol I couldn't do.
Right.
So, and that was one of them. Not being, like, too syrupy. The consistency had to be as thin as possible. Like, almost like a Gatorade of alcohol to where it just goes down or whatever.
That's what it is.
And that's why this shit's so good.
It's good.
This whatever that blue shit was.
So let's talk about the curated cocktails made from Pomade. So I have a day coming up tomorrow. Hood Soul Day is something that I do every year, and it has also it's developed a cult following as well. So it is to celebrate my birthday, but it has grown into something much bigger where we're celebrating the neighborhood. We're celebrating family, friends, culture, all of that stuff. So when I thought about, okay, what liquor sponsor could I use for Hood Soul Day? I immediately thought about Pomade because I feel like you were so vital in the culture that a lot of me and my peers came up in as being independent artists.
That's real.
So I was just like, they got it out the mud. They right here in Atlanta. They was where our roots sprouted, and the drink is good.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me curate a Hood Soul cocktail out of the Pomade. So I created 2 cocktails. One of them is called the Hood Lemon Drop, and one of them is called the Soul Spritzer. So today, the one that y'all are drinking is the Hood Lemon Drop, which it's a lemonade-based drink with fresh blueberries, blue carousel, blue Kool-Aid, because it's hood.
Really?
Yes. And fresh lemons. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid in there. It's good.
I like it when it sits.
It came out great.
Getting all rosy in their cheeks too.
Yes.
That shit was amazing. All right, y'all, we got to go to commercial break. I forgot about that.
Not just you.
Kind of refresh the Pomade.
We got to go to commercial break, y'all. But when we come back, we're gonna continue to talk to Mr. Pomade as well as talking to Sonya Williams. Woo! And, we're gonna play some new shit. Literally fresh off the press. New song, Love You for Life.
Oh shit!
Featuring J Real, featuring Sonya Williams.
Yay!
You know what I'm saying?
Never featuring Douglas Whatley.
Thank y'all for tuning in to Willie Hyn's Dumbass Radio Show right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
Yeah. I guess I guess y'all know I got the one for the lovers, you know. So go on and pull out the pearl mix and pack a vibe with it one time, you know. They get it. The love. Got people cheap, coming peace, bang to the bang. Girl, I'm saying, why you looking like you glad that I came? First of all, wear the lane. You no longer wear a chain. She said that's why I'm gon' shoot, but am I wrong for the aim? But I told her,
no, it ain't wrong for you to say you had enough. I'll show you how to love. Yeah, you can stand the rain on the other side. I can see it in your eyes. Baby, you know. I'm gonna love you for life. So let's make tonight. Yeah, mama. So let me come inside.
yeah, my nigga Vic in the beat and I'm on that. But the subject matter on you. Girl, it's like I need a light in my life. I was finna hit Nevada on Deuce. We a whole social study, we got history, but let's turn the chapter on 2. Out your church to that, but you hell, girl, and I should call the pastor on you. No rap cap when I rap that, cause I thought we were done. Charlie up too, it really was a fun run, but I always knew love's where we come from. So was never over bad money, no one undone. You a real one, took a couple hard, watching me try to be an underground prince like Bun, son. Double looking at me like a jail won't, son. I'm in the dude, but it's just a little something, son. Hold on, wait a minute, real spit shit. I just cherish what I got. Tired of watching other niggas trying to run up in the spot. We gon' make this last forever. You my motherfucking round. Play this set or show and we gon' shut that motherfucker down while I'm shining, yo.
You know, so let's make tonight. So let me come inside. Baby, you know, you let's make tonight.
Hey. You are now tuned in to Willie Hyn's dumbass radio show right here on Hits 92.3. You know what I'm saying? The definition of internet radio. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Willie Hyn's dumbass radio show. Hooray! And we're back. We are back. We got some more shots. I mean, some more drinks. I mean, some more shots. Everybody cheers again.
Just pass the bottle around.
Why some people got color and I'm just here over here with baby.
Pass her the mixer. We self-serve at this point.
Y'all trying to put me on a different level than y'all. Just let me know.
No, we all finna be on the same level.
We drinking, we celebrating, you know what I'm saying? The Balmaid, Mr. Balmaid, Dr. Balmaid, you know.
It's gonna be the Sprite. It's good, right?
Tequila cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not have your tickets to Hood Soul Day, get your goddamn ticket. It's going the fuck up tomorrow.
Black people always waiting to the last damn minute to do everything.
You know how they do it.
But it's okay. Long as y'all be there. I got a couple announcements about that too. We'll come around again.
Can I cash app you when I get to the
Absolutely.
Can I cash app you when I get to the park?
I'm still not sure if I'm able to run away from my children tomorrow. I'm still trying to bring them, and I won't have fun.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. It's gonna be a couple on now.
I'm in the car.
That's what most people
say.
Okay,
let's keep it.
Mr. Balmaid.
Cheers. We did it again.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. I told y'all this was going to be the party episode, so I hope y'all got y'all a little mimosa or something.
All right,
at least rolled you up a blunt or something. Party question.
Can I ask a party question?
Yeah, ask a party question.
You could have gave us the solo.
The big one.
So we could have drank.
You can actually put some shots in them solo cups.
Thank you.
We can kill it, Bob. Let's kill it. The good thing about Balmaid is you can drink it without the mixer.
Right.
12 somewhere.
Speaking of wild and crazy, I saw a post, Mr. Balmaid. You just posted it. You said Freaknik 95. I have a story to tell. Clenching booty cheeks.
Oh.
So what's the story, Mr. Balmaid?
Listen, this is internet radio. Give it to us.
Speaking of Freaknik.
Tell you my grandma.
Speaking of
who's gonna come up.
Speaking of documentaries.
Speaking of cheeks.
Clap us.
So
you was out there.
I was outside. I was definitely outside. I'll give y'all one.
Okay.
I got one for you.
Okay. I wasn't expecting even one.
Back in the day, where the JR Crickets is right now on North Avenue and Cortland.
Yeah.
That was once upon a time an IHOP.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
If you ATL, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, during that time, that was one of the strips where it would just be jam-packed cars after cars. You couldn't move. Going down Cortland towards downtown. So that IHOP parking lot used to be like, it was a stop. All right. There was a young lady, somebody mommy now.
Young lady. Very careful.
She was in a car stripping, but the car was locked. So like during that time, dudes would just be like hyenas, like just rushing whatever person was getting wild, you just rush it. And everybody around the car, just like, and she in there, getting busy, but you couldn't get in the car. She was safe. Nobody was no touching, no grabbing.
It was a peep show.
Yeah.
Well, that car was funky, I bet.
Freaknik, the story never told. Coming to Hulu, 2023.
So this shit gonna be on Hulu.
It's gonna be on Hulu.
Somehow, my friend, who remains nameless to protect the innocent, managed to get in the car with her.
Oh.
It was a hatchback, wasn't it?
It was a Cadillac.
Okay,
It
spacious.
was a Cadillac.
Damn, she was stripping in a Cadillac. That's some sexy shit.
Yeah, it really is.
That is sexy. It is. Stripping in a Cadillac. Stripping in a Cadillac.
Dang, that's good.
They messing around. Everybody all in the car, like just looking and like making the car shake. Like everybody shaking the car. It was a moment.
Killing the shots.
So if y'all remember, I'm old. So if y'all remember Juice, there was a scene in the movie we used to say to each other all the time after the movie, like, "Yo, this nigga scared." That was that part where Omar Epps was like being sensible in the moment, and Tupac just like cut him off, like, "Yo, this nigga scared." So we say that to each other all the time. Every time somebody say something sensible, that nah, this nigga scared. So like, that was like our running thing. So I told my homeboy, like, I'm like, "Yo, why you ain't?" Because she tried to take his joint out. So he yelling at me like, "I'm a freak, but I ain't no freak like that." So I said,
internet radio, say it.
okay. No, you did say that. You did say freak. He's like, "Yo, I'm a freak, but I ain't no freak like that." Because I'm like, "Yo, why you ain't get your joints up?" Well, why you ain't get your dick sucked? I'm like, "Why you ain't get your dick sucked?" He like, "I'm a freak, but I ain't a freak like that." I'm like, "Yo, this nigga scared." We all laughing and shit.
And he in the car with the freak.
Nah, he came out for a second. Because
okay.
I'm like, "Yo, why you ain't do it?" Like, because she was trying to do it, but he ain't want to do it. So I'm like, "Why you ain't do it?" He's like, "I'm a freak, but I ain't no freak like that."
What?
I was like, "Man, this nigga scared."
He ain't gonna be
He
in the
goes back in
documentary.
the car, and
And then
the rest is history.
Ah, shit. So he needed a little ammo.
Yeah, I had to gas him up a little bit, but he definitely got pleasure.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
And then we saw him later on, "Don't go chasing water." How many people? How many people peaked at Freaknik? That's what I want to know.
So I got one more question. One more question for you. And okay, so what made you gravitate towards the underground artist scene in Atlanta when you did? Like, what made you target that audience?
Because first, I'm a hustler by nature.
We know that.
I had to tap in. Like, I understand culture, right? And I understand, like, that's where culture starts and develops. Like, Willie was one of the first people I seen using a live band and, like, fusing different genres.
Yes.
This was, like, 10 years? More than 10 years
More than
ago.
10 years ago.
So, like, he was ahead of his time, but you got to be tapped in on that level to be able to experience and see that. So now, like, I always knew that. Like, just from being in the street, I just always knew, like, that's where culture's at. That's where culture starts, the underground. So that's how I wound up there.
Got you. So did you link up with any of the curators of that show? Because I remember, I want to say Greg Street was a part of that. Wasn't that? Didn't it start off as his show?
I got to it was through IL, Corey, and Ashley. Them three was my main contacts when it came to I Keep It
I
Classy.
think Greg started messing with it like after it was
already started.
They always do.
Man, let me tell y'all about the bench. I'm gonna just give you a little.
That place was legendary.
Let me just give you a little backdrop because the bench was like this little slice of building on Marietta Street.
Literally.
Every Thursday they would have the most epic open mic night. All of the people that I know to this very day who are bustling as artists came out the bench. I remember Rock City was there every Thursday.
Yeah.
They done wrote so many songs for so many artists at this point. Willie Hyn and the Confetti Rose. At the time, it was the Rose Parade. Killing every freaking Thursday. Next door, I think we had, I want to say it was a studio still next door that became Neo Studio Compound Music. They used to come over and be like, what's going on over here? It was all kind of celebrities.
Legendary.
I used to go to that.
I'm talking about.
You just hit me.
You was there?
I went to some of that.
Listen, it was legendary every Thursday. I used to hit with my band. I'm talking about it was a great time. It was a great, the best music.
I was like probably in
People putting on full productions on that little piece of stage. 5-piece bands, dancers, costume changes. We wasn't playing. We was in our full artistry at a young age. We was like 21, 22.
Yeah, on some super
superstar shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? I want to say
that was like First Avenue. Like Prince and First Avenue.
It really was.
That's what that shit was.
We definitely lost that culture in Atlanta. When I came to Atlanta, I'm gonna lump Apache into this kind of
I was about to say because that sounds like my Apache days in 2016.
But we would, and even I'm gonna lump the Bonfire in on that a little bit too, a little bit. But it was when we were younger. Production, we love this stuff so much, and I think people who do it now don't love it like we love it. They don't. Yeah, because anybody can be it.
Yeah.
So you didn't have those big productions to look up to.
It doesn't require talent anymore. It doesn't
Well,
require.
I think it requires talent, just a different type of talent. Like it definitely requires ingenuity. It definitely requires understanding what's happening and moving in it, but it doesn't require.
It feels like
the creativity
the soul
that we had and the love.
The soul of it is gone.
And then the ones that loved it like that for real, that was around that time, either they moved on or they just like,
they're like
y'all
me, and I'm like, we hate it.
Y'all fucking it up. Yeah, it's just like y'all got it.
Don't even listen to the
because it really was like Purple Rain. We were living in Purple Rain of the Atlanta. And it happened, and that was like 95
that was a beautiful
like
time,
2000. I'm gonna say 14, 15.
Yeah.
And it was.
I was born in 95. Goddamn it! I turned 21 the year after all the fun shit stopped.
Nah, because even I missed the Vision 112 days.
Yeah, I missed that shit. Yeah.
I went to 112 one time. I went 112 to one time when I was a kid to see Kirk Franklin.
I missed all that you guys are talking about, right? And I'm your age, older than you. I missed all that you guys are talking about, but I definitely was at like the library. I was at 559. I was at, you know what I'm saying? Like I was at the compound. Wait, what was it over on Bankhead?
The Bounce?
Yeah, I was at the Bounce. And the skating rink was the shit for me.
What, Cascade?
Yes, and on Sundays it was Cascade, and then on Saturdays we would be over on Old National.
Skate Town.
Yes, so it's like it's just weird how it just kind of depended on who you know, because you couldn't have brought that up in the Skate Town. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He probably would have found a way. He seems ingenious. Yeah, he seems ingenious. But listening to the nostalgia of it is what makes Atlanta beautiful.
To the music room, that was a short-lived
man.
But the music room was all like Edgewood at one point. The department store.
I sold out the music room with one of my
if
shows.
I ever have to play crazy again, I may go crazy. I have to play it for so many artists.
Man, you really have played for all of everybody.
Well, during that time, we used to actually be able to party in Atlanta like all night. You can go to 112 on Cheshire Bridge, party till 7 a.m.,
Jermaine Dupree's club. What was that called? The Mansion?
Right? Yeah.
Go out to the Mansion in Lawrenceville.
That was his club?
I think that was his club. Lawrenceville. I don't know. Keep going.
Then there was there's another club on Stewart Avenue / Cleveland, kind of in the cut right there, called the Crystal Palace. And you would be in there from like 7 in the morning to like.
They sound like a lot of cocaine was going on.
Lots of 2 o'clock.
Lots of blow.
I said we had a party here, like all night long.
When I was younger,
it was Stewart Avenue.
Definitely.
When I was younger, I was.
That's where the strippers would go because after the strip club let out, that's where they would go hang out.
I remember they used to serve breakfast in the strip club.
They still do that.
Yeah, peanuts.
Let me
I want to share this story with you guys. When I was younger, I was being signed to a production situation or whatever. And I was hanging out with the main producer. He was like, I'm going to take y'all out tonight. I said, okay. So we went out for a little bit. And then he said, oh, man, the club's shutting down. We're going to go to this other strip club. I said, okay. So I followed them. It was me. It was D-Clax, if y'all know D-Clax.
I know D-Clax.
And I think, what's his name? His cousin Magic. But we followed him and we went to a club and we pulled in and it was a junkyard.
What?
And we walked even further in and there was 2 double wide trailers. And we walked further in and it was a strip club. And 2
what?
No, it wasn't double. I'm sorry, it was 2 single wide trailers pushed together with lawn chairs. One of the best nights of my life.
What was the name of this damn club?
Oh my gosh, I can never tell. But let me say, such a blessing. Thank y'all for taking me. I look like Carlton in that thing, and it was magical.
Not 2.
That's when you still had locks.
Oh, I had like locks and like a bow tie on that day. You know, man.
But that's the beautiful thing about Atlanta is like you don't have to look a certain way, be a certain way. It's a melting pot wherever you go. Like
I think it was. I don't know if it is now. I think we're all becoming
harmonious.
Not even that. Homogenous.
Oh,
one thing.
Everybody look the same, at the same, move the same.
You said the realest shit. You said the realest shit. She said that's a big word for Elmo. That's the realest shit ever. Because I was looking around the room.
Nigga been learning.
How my donkey is.
Wait a minute, I said that once.
But no, for real, like I understand that it is not what it used to be, but that is still what attracts people to Atlanta. Is that there's a place for everybody if you find it.
Yeah,
it really is, and we are a melting pot, and we do have some of the best talent here, some of the best hidden gems here, all of that shit.
Yeah. And even if there isn't a space created,
you can definitely create.
Because I guarantee you, in Atlanta, you're gonna find at least 5 people just as weird as you are.
Period. There's a place for that.
Like, this is a place where you can literally come and create your community,
your own space,
create your tribe.
You'll stick out like a sore thumb wherever you from and come here and just blend right in.
That's what it's about, man.
You're gonna find your network once you get here.
No matter how they try to gentrify it, baby.
So I want to jump back to you, and I'm gonna jump back to both of you guys. I'm sorry to ask so many questions.
Sure.
Look at the camera. Give somebody some advice if they're trying to start something. Tell them how to win. Give them what you know that nobody's telling everybody. Because everybody.
Them for it. Don't give it to them.
One of my class, my master class.
Okay.
I think that's what we do. We charge our people. I'm like, give our people knowledge.
I mean,
No one respects free. You don't respect free. When it's free, you don't bring your notebook. When it's free, you don't pay attention. When it's free, you just let them talk and you don't ask questions. You don't respect free. But if I'm charging you, then all of a sudden what I'm saying is gold. And you're going to write it down. And you're not going to call me an hour from now and ask me some shit that I just fucking told your ass. Ooh, she passionate about it. That's that bomb. That's that damn bomb. I had to charge my voice okay this year. Am I wrong though? I mean, but that's your shit. You know how much groceries cost?
I'm your liquor and just join down. Let the man talk.
I was just gonna say, I said it in the beginning, being consistent, even when I didn't know necessarily how or what I was gonna do with the brand. I just knew to be consistent, and I knew to come out every week and make sure I brought what people was liking, and I leaned into that and found a culture and found my tribe by doing that, by being consistent. So that's what I tell anybody: just be whatever it is, be consistent in it. Period.
That's dope, and I love what you said about failing forward. Yeah. That's a really good message to people, especially entrepreneurs like myself and people that I know, because a lot of people feel like failure is the end.
Oh yeah,
and it's not. Yeah. And someone else told me the do is in the try.
Right.
So if you're not trying, if you're not feeling, you ain't doing shit. So once you get out there and you start feeling, you're actually doing something right. Yeah. Because you're gonna figure that shit out through the failure. Exactly. Yeah. So that's great advice.
That's real. So tell us about your birthday.
So back to Hood Soul Day. Like I said, so Hood Soul Day, let's go back to the history of Hood Soul Day. Hood Soul Day started as a birthday celebration at my mama's house over off George Luther Drive in Decatur, Georgia.
Legendary spot.
It's been some, man, listen.
We used to have all type of
rehearsals at mama. We still having rehearsals at my mama's house on Monday.
Really?
Because here's the thing, it's free.
Her mama house literally got a stage in there.
Really, there's a stage in there. DJ technology that set up at my mama house.
DJ technology.
Listen, I done had 420 parties at my mama house with like 100 people, smoked out. My mama has no idea I smoked marijuana at this point in time. She's working that night. We clean that bitch up. We Febreze that hole. She get back home in the morning. She has no clue. It was 100 people in her house that night.
Legendary night.
For some reason, that's a lot of shit that went down to George Luther. But so it started at my mom's house, jumping on the trampoline in the yard, barbecuing, just having a good old time. Then I said, hey, let's take this thing to the park. So we started at Wade Walker Park. Then we moved to Grant Park. Then we moved to Cohen Park. Now we at Cohen Park. We stayed at Cohen. Because Cohen is lit. They don't fuck with us. Yeah. Don't nobody mess with us. We got a kickball field. We got a big pavilion. It's cool. So
somebody got to get there to claim that field, though.
I'm going to be there. Okay. 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Yeah, I'll be there. Man,
y'all
I'm going to be out there. Yeah. Don't play with me.
Our field.
It's our field. Yeah. So, Hood Soul Day just really started off as a celebration of my birthday. I love to cook. Everybody that knows, they know my family is very, very good in the culinary. Yeah. Very good in the culinary.
What kind of arms your mama got?
Huh?
You know what I said.
What you say?
What kind of arms your mama got?
Arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the meat just like me. We got the meat, so we can cook.
Hey.
We can cook. So I'm done talking about what kind of arms your mama got. So we cook in my family. So people from far wide, they gonna come for them ribs, they gonna come for the chicken, they gonna come for the mac and cheese and all that. So we once we started doing it in the park, I said, I get a little nervous hosting people. So let me figure out a way to make this interactive. So where I don't have to be bothered trying to entertain people. Yeah. So that's how I came up with the kickball game. So in 2021, listen, we did the kickball game with all kickball games, Hood versus Soul, and that thing went down. Yeah. And everybody has been hitting me like, yo, we doing the kickball game again? We doing it again? So I'm like, we got to do it. We did custom jerseys last time. People got their names on the back of their Hood Soul jerseys.
I got one on right.
You know what I'm saying? It's exclusive because I ain't doing this year. I did a different merch this year, so I do a exclusive merch every year so that people can identify, hey, I was at Hood Soul 7. I was at Hood Soul 8. I was at Hood Soul 5. So we kind of like create.
Can I throw an idea?
Throw an idea.
And guess what? I ain't gonna charge you.
Oh.
Festival next year.
Listen, we're getting there. So as we are growing, the forward trajectory of Hood Soul Day is to eventually be a festival. I want vendors, I want performers, I want stages, I want all of that, sponsors, all of that. So Bame is our first official liquor sponsor.
Oh. You know that?
And this is the first year. This is the first year that I've actually gotten sponsorship offers. people like, can we sponsor Hoods all day? So this is letting me know that the growth is being recognized.
My company's sponsoring next year.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Come on,
and if you're listening,
come on, company.
out there on the www dot.
Still in that.
I am looking for sponsors for next year. So we're getting bigger and better, and we want to collaborate with other festivals, other curators of events in Atlanta, because people love and gravitate towards Hood Soul Day. And it's gonna be great this year. We got a kickball game. I'm adding the screen on the green element.
What are you watching?
Oh, we're gonna watch ATL.
Hey, come on.
I did a poll.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I did a poll. I asked the people, do y'all want to watch The Wood or do y'all want to watch ATL? And it was a tie.
I've never seen either one all the way through.
Are you serious?
Never.
But see, the thing about ATL is we hated on ATL so bad when it came out. We was like, we don't sound like that. But then, as much as BET plays it, we had no choice but to start loving it and learning all the words.
Baby boy.
It is. And I love Baby Boy too. They drove that and stuck that down our throats. So I love Baby Boy.
When I see Baby Boy, I feel like I see a new part that wasn't in the
Period. It's good every time. It's good every time. So it has become a little Atlanta classic. So I said, let's go with it because I know some lines from ATL. So that's gonna be fun. And it just brings me back to when we used to have Screen on the Green at Piedmont Park. Yeah. And the niggas start getting rowdy and we don't have that no more. So I want us to have a Screen on the Green.
Yeah, that's why I stopped for real.
Somebody got the shooting out that one year.
No. That big screen.
And that's why they stopped it.
This is a great movie.
Right.
I'm a kid.
Right. What? And speaking on that, we don't welcome any beefs. We don't welcome any bad energy. Hood Soul Day is all about good vibes, good food, good time, good drink by mate. We saying, you know what I'm saying?
We suing. Fight over here. We gonna take the judge.
No riffraff, no rigmarole.
We still doing the blunt hunt.
We doing the blunt hunt. So we are having our first. We're having our first ever blunt hunt. So
It's like an
originally,
Easter egg hunt, but a blunt
let me
hunt.
break it down. So originally, Hood Soul Day. So one of the first big ones that I had my Hood Soul logo cakes out there for my birthday, and I had, however old I was turning at the time, I had that many joints as the candles. So we lit all the joints and handed them out, and everybody just smoked the joints as the birthday candles.
Man, I was so fucking hungry.
Listen. So this year, instead of putting the joints as the candle, we're doing a blunt hunt because originally Hood Soul Day was scheduled for April the 8th, which was one day before Easter. So I was having a hood Easter egg hunt for the adults, the blunt hunt. But we still gonna do it. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I also want to add on that we will not tolerate riffraff. However,
we will not.
Tomfoolery is welcome. Shenanigans, you're also welcome to come.
Have a good damn time. And no, we're not gonna have wet ass joints out on the field. They will be in Duke tubes.
Yes, and will there be coochie cutters there?
There will. I'm going to have some.
Will Ariella be potentially seen?
Maybe, but I am going to have the clappers out.
I'll be wearing those.
What they call them, hoochie daddy shorts? There might be some Dicky Dukes out there.
Look at that boy with the Dicky Dukes on.
Look at the boy with the Dicky Dukes on. So if you're a boy with nice legs,
well, thank you.
And other parts, do not hesitate to wear your Dicky Dukes. Because my clappers are going to be out.
Listen, if you playing on my goddamn kickball team, you better come out there in some fucking pants.
Oh my God.
You ready to play? I'm not playing around tomorrow.
Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
I'm not playing around. It's Team Hood versus Team Soul.
Team Soul over here, boy.
I gotta be there to play on the team.
6 o'clock is when the kickball game starts.
I'm gonna be there. Me and my wife on your team. Let's get it.
So we're giving y'all time. Listen, okay, so the itinerary goes like this. The party starts at 4:20 as usual. Those are my angel numbers, special numbers. I start my party at 4:20 every year. Smokers holiday, all that shit. So you get there at 4:20. Food gonna be ready. Ain't no waiting on the food.
You have to wait on the food.
We ain't got to wait on the food.
Is it gonna be ready?
It's gonna be ready.
Say word.
The food's gonna be ready. We got chicken wings. We got mac and cheese. We got potato salad. We got baked beans. We got ribs. We got jackfruit sliders for the vegans. We got vegan pasta salad for the vegans. Ain't no fusions. But I will have a table for the fusions. Sugar High will be there.
And the food is the best part of the whole shit. We talk about all the other fun be going down, but the motherfucking food.
So we gonna have infused popcorn for the movie feature.
Hey.
Okay, and if you bought the exclusive Hood Soul merch, your gift bag is coming with all that.
Well, how do they get the bag?
If you go to my link in my bio and purchase the 37, because I'm turning 37.
Give them the link.
Purchase the $37 merch ticket link in my bio. 37. I'm about to be 40.
I did not know you was older than me.
I'm old.
Well, give us your link. We need your link too.
All right.
How do we find you?
You can find us, add us on all social platforms, Bombade, BOMAD, Bombade, that's Bombade Vodka on everything. Get with us.
And we will have the Bombade bar set up at the event. So you will be receiving drinks along with your purchase to go with your food. But it is still a BYOB event. So bring your bottles, but enjoy your Bombade.
Also, if you have a friend,
bring your blunt.
And bring your water.
And bring your bitches.
We're going to have some water too, because I don't want y'all
If you have a friend who likes nerdy guys, just tell them come out and say hi to me. My wife would be there, but I don't think she cares for me that much anymore. So go ahead.
You're not finna air that shit out.
I'm playing. My wife loves me, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all make some noise again for Sonya Williams and Mr. Bobby. Yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is another episode of Willie Hyn Radio Show. Once again, make sure you get your tickets to Hood Soul Day. It's going down tomorrow. It's going to be
link in the bio.
Link in the bio. It's going to be a hell of a time. Y'all also make sure that y'all follow Mr. Bombade. Check him out. If you in the liquor store, you trying to drink something, don't get nothing. If you was going to get some tequila, well, fuck it up. Change it up this time. Go get you some goddamn Bombade.
100 plus stores.
You know what I'm saying? 100 plus. So there ain't no excuse that you can't find it because it's in 100 plus.
And if you're on Memorial like me, go on down to Big John's and get your Bombade.
Yeah, go on down to Big John's. Go on down to Big John's.
On Memorial. That's where I got it.
Yeah. So thank y'all so much, man. We're gonna play some more music. We're gonna play some more music to take y'all home. This drink goddamn is getting me.
I'm lit.
We're gonna play some more music to take y'all home. We got some old but goodie classics by Sonya Williams.
Hey!
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play since we getting all this rain out the way today.
Cause it's gonna be 80 degrees
tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be beautiful. So we getting all this rain out today. So since we getting all this rain out today, we're gonna play Rain by Sonya Williams. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Willie Hyn Dumbass Radio Show right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. See y'all next week.
You out there running the street, but you forgot about me. It seemed to picture perfect fairy tale I thought it would be. You out there making it rain, I could be doing the same. But if you wanna keep me home, then baby, you gotta change. With so many applications on the table, if you ain't on your job, there's somebody else's table. Cause we in a club right now. Can you help me out? I need participation to create precipitation. Hold your writing down on me. Kiss me, touch me, hold me, baby. If you want me, show me, baby. Rain on me. Oh, rain down, rain down. Kiss me, touch me, hold me, baby. If you want me, show me, baby. Rain on me. Gotta stop it when I ain't coming home late at night. Can we just go to sleep tonight, baby, without a fight? I'm not saying that you're doing something that ain't right, cause lately you seem to have lost all of your appetite.
tight. Cause with so many applications on the table, if you ain't on your job, then somebody else is able. Cause we in a drug right now. Can you help me out? I think participation to create precipitation. Won't you lay it down on me? Kiss me, touch me, hold me, baby. If you want me, show me, baby. Lay down on me. Touch me, hold me, baby. If you want me, show me, baby. Sometimes I need you to make it right. Show your love down on me.